to look into the May traditions that have brought communities together through history. The Floralia Festival. Many festivities were first recorded in ancient Roman times. The Floralia, the Festival of Flora, took place in honour of Flora, the goddess of flowers, fertility and spring. It involved athletic games and theatrical performances. Flora was an important Roman goddess, and the Festival of Floralia helped unite ancient Roman society to celebrate the joy of spring through art and sport.
She lay in a bed of fresh-cut flowers, counting the languidly passing hours, twisting a rose between her fingertips with a hint of nightshade on her lips. A festival was being held in her honour. It was enough to make her stop and ponder. Perhaps mortals weren't such fools at all. Glorifying the goddess was never small. It was fair she got thanks for the gardens of green she spent all winter long trying to preen. In preparation for spring's glorious return, a Floralia festival was truly deserved.
The Beltane Festival. In the Gaelic world, Ireland, Scotland and the Isle of Man, this festival marked the opening of some pastures. Wild blossoms decorated the doors and windows of houses, and great bonfires were built on the last night of April to protect livestock and crops. Beltane was a springtime festival of hope.
Beltane poem. At Beltane, in the olden time, it was the custom gay to gather on the village green and hail the festal day. Huntsmen gallant and shepherds grey, daught and blithesome men, and lasses, blooming fresh and fair, came lilting down the glen.
England too. Chimney sweeps wearing gaudy clothes would make mischief on the streets and look for coins. Milkmaids would dance for pennies while balancing towers of borrowed silverware on their heads.
3. Until Oliver Cromwell's time, 1599 to 1658, every May a loft maypole used to be put up near St. Paul's Cathedral in London. 12 metres high, it was stored in a park for the remainder of the year. Monckton in North Yorkshire has a permanent 27-tall maypole. Maypoles have been around for centuries and probably one of the most well-known folk traditions.
There were several curious customs around May Day, including May birching. Between sunset and dawn, the May birches would be on their rounds, secretly fixing greenery to people's houses. Each branch or spray was carefully chosen by the birches, because its name rhymed with whatever they could consider the householder to be.
More May birching, pear rhymes with fair, lime with pride, but briar, holly and plum, stiff for liar, holly and plum. Hawthorn and flower was a compliment, but any other form was seen as scorn. May plants. Many plants were considered unlucky. Black sycamore and ash were disliked in Cornwall. Rowan and birch were frowned upon in Scotland and Wales. However, in Ireland, after drawing the first water on May morning, flowers would be left at wells. Children made bouquets of fresh flowers to be laid on doorsteps, windowsills, or in the house.
Collecting May-dew. People believed May-dew had magical powers, and anyone who washed their face in it would have wonderful complexion for the entire year. Young women and girls would go out before dawn to collect the dew from grass and hedges to wash their faces. The custom is still alive today in some areas, and if you're in Edinburgh on May Day and go to Arthur's Seat at about 4 AM, you may see people washing their faces in the dew.
May Goslings. For many years in the north of England, the Day of Franks was not April Fool's Day, but May Goslings Day, held on the 1st of May. The custom dates from at least 1791. The young men of the town would be out early setting up their tricks. One important rule was that it all had to stop by noon. A common hoax used was the swapping around of shop signs. Those who had the wrong sign would be called May God's
Whole round roast. The Dartmoor village of Hull was once host to a May Day ritual. For dawn on May Day, the young men of the area would meet, trek up into the moor and find a ram, where take the ram to the village to be spit roasted for the villagers.
Every May Day at 6 a.m, a large crowd gathers around Magdalen Bridge in Oxford, including many boats in the river, to see and hear an ancient tradition. This is the May singing at Magdalen College. Here, choristers sing a hymn and a madrigal. Later in the day, local Morris dancers entertain those out and about in the city's main streets.
Magdalen's main singing ritual is probably Tuesday in origin, but in those days it was practically a concert starting at 4 a.m. One May morning in the late 18th century, the choir was named to the tower and only had time for one hymn. Since that time, the singing has been shorter.
Like many festivals, May Day was a topsy-turvy affair when a lord and lady would be chosen from the local villagers to preside over the day. Eventually, only a lady was chosen and became known as the May Queen. The May Queen reached the height of her importance in the late Victorian and Edwardian periods, by which time she was a young girl dressed in white and crowned with flowers. She would usually be accompanied by a court of other girls. The May Queen had become a symbol of the promise of spring.
Randwick Wax. Every May Day, the Gloucestershire village of Randwick hosts an ancient ceremony known as the Randwick Wax Festival. The festival was held as early as the 14th century until the late 19th century, where it was banned too rowdy. It was revived in the 1990s. Black Queen in there. In the lead up to WAC, nominees seek to gain votes from the parishioners. This ends with the WAC Queen and the village mayor being chosen by the community in a secret ballot. The results are declared to the village for all to hear. The other people include the High Sheriff, the Flag Bearer, the Silk Bearer, and of course the Mock Man or Maiden.
Cheese rolling. On the first Sunday of May, 3 double Gloucester cheeses are honoured and blessed during the spring service. Blessed is the cheese. The cheeses are then rolled widowshins anti-clockwise around the churchyard. One is broken up and eaten that day, and the other two are kept by the Queen and Mayor until the following Saturday, which is...
The main event is the procession. Everyone gathers at the village war memorial. The mayor and queen walk down the hill where they are anointed in the mayor's pool. The blessed cheese are rolled downhill 3 times before the procession finishes on the village green with music and dancing the whole way. The cheeses are then eaten by the villagers.
Fair and family fun. The merry-making continues on the village green as it did in the 1700s with a mixed family event. There is stage music from local musicians, cooked food, wedding wang and coconut shy, cream tea and ice cream, and activities and crafts for all ages.
Well, thank you all very much, and I hope you all enjoyed the story of May traditions. And now, just before we have our last hymn, you may have remembered a little while ago that I asked people to write a May poem. Well, we have 3 winners, and they are going to read their poems now. First one will be Teddy. The second one is Molly, who I'm afraid is not here today because unfortunately she is in hospital having her tonsils out. But she has given permission for that poem to be read. And the third one is Will. So will Teddy and Will both come out here, please? And when, Teddy, you'll be first. if you come up here. And when you've finished, will you please wait here until Will's finished? So you'll go first and then Sue will read for Molly, okay?
The month of May has a few rain showers, but it's mainly full of sunshine and flowers. The butterflies flutter in the sky, the birds sing a merry tune. I like to sit back and watch them fly. The flowers are full of buzzing bees, the gentle breeze flowing through the trees. There are lots of games to play outside. This is why I love the month of May. Spring is a time of joy and wonder, a time for flowers to grow, a time to hear the birds sing, a time to explore nature. Spring is a time to celebrate God's creation. In spring we can be grateful for the abundance of joy God provides. Spring is a time to explore the flowers and celebrate the one and only true God.
And now Sue is going to read Molly's. Wait here. Can you wait till Sue's finished?
Right, this is for Molly. While blossom blooms on the trees, there becomes lots of little buzzy bees. Newborn flowers give the bees extra powers. It's the beginning of the best season. It's for the best of reasons. It's a beautiful day. That's because it's May. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. Oh, what a beautiful day. Let's go out to play. Come on, celebrate. It's May. Hip hip.
Hooray.
Teddy, and Will, this is a little prize for you. And thank you very much. And I'll stand and sing our final.